What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Greek Godcast. It's Dan the Man, and I am riding solo. I don't know how long I'm going to do this one for. I don't think I'll go for a whole hour. Right now, as I'm recording this, it's Monday night, and I literally just recorded an episode and posted it earlier for Star Wars Day that I did with Tyler. I'm probably going to post this like tomorrow, like after I get off work or whatever. I just wanted to talk for a minute about some stuff that I've been seeing on Instagram. So, here's a moment where I share about myself. So as you know, as you've seen the YouTube videos, and you've heard me and Tyler talk, and you've heard me breathe, you know that I am very fluffy. I'm fat. I'm overweight. I'm out of shape. I'm actually more out of shape than I was last year because I was working out last year. A fun fact about me, I actually enjoy lifting weights. Like, I love working out. I love lifting weights. I have lost all progress that I made last year because I got incredibly busy for several months and could not go to the gym. And then, like, I just ended up canceling my gym membership altogether because it just didn't make sense to keep paying for something that I wasn't even using. Because by the time I got freed up from one project, I had another and another and another, and I'm kind of still in that same boat. So if you remember me mentioning this in the episode where I talked about like my deal with mental health, you know that I am exercising. I am being proactive about like my weight. I'm just not going to the gym right now. I do plan on lifting weights later, but I don't know how I'm going to go about it. I don't know if I'm going to join the gym again or if I'm going to buy weights at home or whatever. But right now, like, all I'm doing is just like drinking lots of water, trying not to eat as much as I used to, and I go to the track like 2 or 3 times a week, and I walk 2 or 3 miles at a time, and it's a start, and I feel a lot better about myself. But I didn't get on here to get on a soapbox about me and my personal health and things I'm doing to improve myself. I mentioned weightlifting because last year when I started going to the gym, I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I mean, lift heavy things. That's all I know. And so I knew I needed to start somewhere. It was really difficult to find a trainer, and anybody that I talked to would be like, oh, well, just come work out with me. Well, that meant that I had to be on their schedule, and that didn't always work out for me. So I turned to YouTube, and I found out that there is a sport that I genuinely like. While Tyler is into basketball, well, no, I take that back. I'm not going to cuss him like that because he hates basketball. I don't know why I said basketball first. I meant to say baseball. While Tyler adores baseball and loves football and somewhat tolerates basketball, that's what I meant to say. Those are, like, he's into sports. I like sports. I wasn't a sports person growing up. I actually didn't get into football until I met Mrs. Dan the Man, because she's from a football family, like they're from Smackover, the Tyler's hometown, and, her brothers played for Smackover, they went to all the games, they love football, they grew up with football, so I sort of slowly integrated into that, and I love football now. I still don't know a whole lot about it, which is kind of bad, because, like, I've actually coached Pee Wee football for, like, at least 2 years now, and I'm fixing to start my 3rd and final year, actually. My son plays Pee Wee football. Anyway, I enjoy it, but it's not something that, like, I saw and was like, yes, this is for me. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I'll watch games and, and all that stuff, but, like, I don't know. Like, I mean, it's just not something that I was just immediately drawn to. Well, when I turned to YouTube to look on how to, like, learn how to lift weights, like, I found this competition that Dan the Man lives under a rock. I never heard of it. Called World's Strongest Man. And apparently it's like a Hulk contest, and it's freaking awesome. Like, I'm totally into that stuff. Like, I was so pumped to watch World's Strongest Man 2019 last year. Like, I was so thankful that YouTubers, like, okay, so, like, when World's Strongest Man comes out, like, unless you're there, you can't watch it on TV. Like, they don't release the footage until, like, a month after the competition is over. All you really get to find out is who wins. Like, maybe placements if people are posted online, but other than that, you just find out the winner. fortunately, people were kind enough to post tons of footage from their phones and cameras and stuff like that, because they do allow people to bring their phones and cameras. And, through that and people like really keeping up with it, I was able to actually enjoy World's Strongest Man 2019 while it was going on. And one of my most favorite strongmen, you guys know very well, whether you watch the show or not, he was the Mountain on Game of Thrones. Thor Bjornsson. Well, it's actually half Thor Bjornsson, but everybody calls him Thor. Like, I guess half Thor is the full name and Thor is like his nickname. And if I'm butchering his last name, man, I'm sorry. Like, dude, I'm from South Arkansas. Leave me alone. Like, he is my absolute favorite World's Strongest Man. He is such a nice dude. Like, that's why I like him. Like, not just because he's a nice dude, but also like he is freakishly powerful. He is like super incredibly strong. Like, and he's just an incredible athlete, man. So most people, whether you keep up with it or not, know that Thor set the world record for deadlifting. I think it was 2 days ago, maybe 3 days ago. I forget. I think it was 2 days ago, for 501 kilograms. And if you don't understand what that is, it's just a few pounds over 1,500 pounds. It's insane. It is an insane amount of weight. Man, I say that. I say it's 1,500. I think I got my things mixed up. I'm still recording. I'm going to double check that. What is, look at me, I'm fact checking on my own show. What is 501 kg in pounds, so I don't look like a total idiot on my show? No, it's not 1,500 pounds. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I got it wrong. It basically breaks down to 1,100 and, well, if you round it up, it's 1,105 pounds. It says on here 1,104.516 pounds. Again, I'm sorry. I'm as much as I love the sport, I haven't kept up with it at all this year because I've been focused on other stuff. And the last time I looked into this kind of weight was with the last record holder, and is also the reason that I'm talking about this stuff tonight. And that is the original record holder, Eddie the Beast Hall. Okay, Eddie did 500 kilograms, which, while I'm still on Google, is 1,100 and if you round it, it's still 1,102 pounds. Okay, it's 1,102.311 pounds. Now, I know, like, a 2-pound difference, whether you round it up or not, doesn't seem like a lot. They're deadlifting 1,100 pounds. I watched Eddie, not when he did it, but I watched replays. Like, because when I got into weightlifting and I was looking for tips on how to work out, my goal was to lose fat and replace it with muscle. I don't care about losing weight. I care about losing all the excess fat and just building up muscle. I just wanted to bulk up a little bit. I wasn't trying to be like this swole dude or anything like that. I just wanted to put on some muscle and get rid of some fat. Weight wasn't really a concern for me, right? So in doing that, I found all these world's strongest men, strong men, and saw how they worked out, and it interested me. Like, it stood out to me. So I started, like, replicating some of their techniques and methods and tips and stuff like that for training and eating and things like that. Not to the extent that they do it. A strongman will eat 12,000 calories in a day every single day. I'm not trying to do that because I'm not trying to turn into a Hulk. But I mean, like, if you like look at their training regimen, like, there's a lot of stuff you can take from that and apply it in your workout, and you can see some results pretty quickly. Like, I did. I mean, it sucks that I got out of working out like I did, because, I mean, stuff happens, but, because I wonder, like, where I would be at right now. But I say all that to say, when I started watching these guys, like, they're also really entertaining. A lot of them, like, are just legit YouTubers on top of being strong, man. Because, I mean, and some of them are pretty entertaining, right? And I found several of them. Like, there's Brian Shaw, there's Martin Lises. I think I just butchered his last name. He was the one who won World's Strongest Man last year. There's Thor, and there's Robert Oberst. There's oh gosh, man, there's another dude, Jerry Pritchard, I think is his name, and then there's Eddie Hall, and I found his video where he did the 500 kilogram deadlift, and dude, I thought he was gonna die lifting that bar. It was insane, like. And he talked about it. He talked about the whole process of it. And it was just like unreal. Like almost like out of body experience for him to do that. And I had to turn my ceiling fan on. It's a little stuffy in here. And it was just like, I mean, it was wild. I've never seen anything like that. I didn't know people could be strong like that. It's amazing. And then, I saw Eddie do it, and man, I mean, like, as soon as he put it down, you could tell it wrecked his body. Like, he just basically collapsed. I don't remember if he actually fell, but I mean, he might as well have. Like, he was just like, it did a number on him, like, for real. And then, like I said, 2 days ago, I think, Thor did it. And yeah, it was only a 2-pound difference. But Thor attempted this last year at the Arnold Classic. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. It's like the Arnold. It's the strongman competition that's named in honor of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay, and they had a deal. So like all these competitions are for money, right? Well, they had a deal in the deadlift competition, and I can't remember if it was a deadlift or an elephant deadlift. An elephant deadlift is a deadlift with a much longer bar. And I think it was an elephant deadlift. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But I remember Thor trying it. It was between, in that event, it was really between him and Brian Shaw. And Brian came up short, unfortunately. He injured himself. He he injured his hamstring in that lift, and Thor did not injure himself. In fact, Thor ended up winning the Arnold Classic. But in this event, like, if you win the event, you place. If you did some kind of record, there was some kind of record where you win like a few $1,000s or whatever, and Thor got that. But if you broke Eddie's record for 501 kilograms, you got 50 grand right there, whether you won or lost the competition. And Thor went for it, and he couldn't do it at all. I have seen this dude in his own gym lift over 1,000 pounds. I've seen him do it. Like, there is a video where him and Larry Wheels and I think Juju Mufu was there, and a whole bunch of other dudes that are just at his gym all the time. And it was like the most insane testosterone-filled moment where Thor he did a PR, like lifting an insane amount of weight, somewhere around 1,000 pounds. And when he did it, like, everyone just erupted in this manly rage. It was like, yeah! And they were so proud of him. And he was like, yes, look at what I've accomplished. And it was really cool. Dude, it may have been a 2-pound difference between him and Eddie in their records, but dude, it's over 1,100 pounds. Let's see you do that. I couldn't do it. So, like, Thor's my favorite. And first off, I just want to say I'm really proud of my boy. Like, I'm really proud of the Mountain. Like, he didn't just get the nickname the Mountain because he was cast as the Mountain. He's called that for a reason. He is a freakishly huge man. He is a giant, literally. So, now I'm getting to the whole point of doing this. And all I've really come here to say is I don't know what happened. I've been trying to find out a little bit. I saw Eddie Hall's video on Instagram, like in response to Thor's thing, and I guess apparently Thor said some stuff. I haven't seen that yet. I don't know, but it rubbed Eddie the wrong way. And long story short, these dudes are gonna box each other next September in 2021. And I just can't. It's crazy. And like the first thing that I thought is like, you can't be serious. This has to be a joke. Like this has to be like some kind of friendly thing. Apparently not. Apparently they're like rivals, I guess. Like, all right, you know. But nah, man, like Eddie really wants to like punch Thor in the face as hard as he can and supposedly teach him a lesson. Dude, I like Eddie. He's a cool dude, but he kind of comes off as cocky sometimes too. Like, if Eddie Hall ever listens to this and hears me call him cocky, well, it's okay. I live across the other side of the world. Maybe he won't ever find me. Anyway, man, I don't know how that's gonna go. Like, if you were to say Thor and Eddie were gonna go against each other in any kind of strongman competition, I would immediately tell you that if you put your money on Eddie Hall, you're an idiot. Thor is much younger, much stronger, and much more trained. He has so many more records and awards and wins than Eddie. Like Eddie's strong. He's called the Beast for a reason. You know what I'm saying? But I just, man, I wouldn't put it on Eddie to win against Thor in any kind of strongman event whatsoever. Thor's got it. Like, I see Thor being successful in his career as a strongman for at least another 5 years. And that sounds like a small amount of time, but you don't understand what these dudes do to their bodies. You have no clue. None. Like, Brian Shaw, for example, is a 4-time world's strongest man. And I love Brian Shaw. That dude is really cool. He is such a great dude. Love Brian Shaw. He's awesome. I don't think he'll ever get another win. I don't. I think he has done his best. Like, and that's not a knock against him. Like, dude had an amazing career. And I think he'll compete maybe 2 or 3 more years. And I honestly expect him to hang it up. And that's not an insult against the dude. Like, again, these dudes put their body through hell. Like, straight up. But about the boxing thing, I don't know who will win because none of this is strongman related. And the other thing that I thought of was like, this has to be the most Dragon Ball thing I have ever seen in real life. 2 powerful dudes suddenly have this rivalry and they agree to do battle, but they're like, but wait, before we exchange blows, let us train for 1.5 years so that we may be at our best. Agreed, we shall do that. I'll see you in a 1.5 years' time. I'll see you next September. And it's like, that's like the plot of Dragon Ball. That's literally like what happens in the first arc of Dragon Ball Z. That's the Saiyan Saga. That's literally every boss fight in the Dragon Ball franchise. It's like they go to square off and then Goku or somebody is like, but wait, not here or not now. Let's move over this way, or let's wait just a minute so the fight will be even better. Like, that's just, I don't know, that's where my mind went. And it just made me laugh, and it made me say, you know, maybe I should talk about this for a minute, you know, for like 20 to 30 minutes. I think it's going to be cool. Like, again, like, I love sports, but I'm not like a big sports dude like Tyler. I'm just not, man. Like, for one, even though I watch it when I can't keep up with it like other people do because I don't have cable. Like, I use the internet. I use subscription services, and that's just me, man. Like, I have no interest in cable. Like, maybe one day I'll get it, and if I do, I'll keep up with it then because I do enjoy watching sports. But like, I don't know, it's just not on my priority list. And the stuff I am into, like World's Strongest Man, stuff like that, I can keep up with that whenever I want to through YouTube. Like, that's easy, or just, there's videos online and stuff like that, keeping up with news and press releases and stuff like that. A lot of people put their stuff out on YouTube and Instagram, and it's easy to keep up with that stuff. So, I really look forward to this fight. I like stuff like the MMA and UFC and boxing, but again, that's not something that I'm real privy to keeping up with. If I'm available to watch it, I'll watch it, and I'll have thoughts on it. But I've never gone out of my way to say I need to make sure to be able to watch this. But this particular fight, oh yes, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it in September when it happens. Don't care how. I'm gonna watch it when it happens, and I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna be keeping up with it, and periodically over the course of time, I'm gonna come back to this subject, and I'm going to comment on it again to see where we're at with it. Right now, all I've seen is just stuff on Instagram, and that's Eddie on his and Thor on his, and pretty much Eddie is just kind of I don't know, I guess talking trash, and Thor is posing on Instagram with boxing gloves. Though I will say, I've seen Thor work out, and train, and he's doing more. I forgot to turn this off again. Do not disturb, Danny. Learn from your mistakes. I almost made it through one. That's why I forgot, because it's late at night, and yet my phone goes off because of Facebook, of all things. Anyway, one day I'll be a better podcaster. That's my promise to you people. Dang, man, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, no, if he says he's training, man, he's really training. That's just all there is to it. I take his word for it. I don't know, man. I don't know who's going to have it in the fight. I think Thor has more of an advantage because he's so much bigger than Eddie, so he has more of a reach. But, then again, if he doesn't really know how to fight and all he knows how to do is work out and do strength competitions, then that's a serious disadvantage. It doesn't matter how big you are, And Eddie, he's a big dude, but he's much shorter than Thor. I think Eddie's, maybe a foot shorter than Thor. I could be wrong about that. I don't remember how tall Eddie actually is, but he is significantly smaller than Thor. But if Eddie does know how to fight, and he has that advantage over Thor, then he might win the fight. He might teach Thor the lesson that he says he's going to teach him. I don't know. That's why I'm excited. Because I've kept up with these guys in their realm of competition, and again, I'm not some expert on it. I've only kept up with it for less than a year, and then there's been months that I've missed stuff, really I haven't been able to keep up with it since World's Strongest Man 2019. Most of the time I just see see them on their Instagram or their YouTube or something like that talking about what they're doing or PRs that they might be setting or stuff like that, that kind of stuff. Events should be starting up soon, with everything opening back up, and I look forward to checking some of that stuff out. But I'm really excited about this boxing fight. I really am. It's going to be great. And it's, like I said, it's the most Dragon Ball thing I've ever seen in real life. Really. I know people set fight dates far in advance so they can train, but just something about this just stood out to me. It just really felt like something out of an anime or a manga written and illustrated by Akira Toriyama himself. For real. I don't know. But anyway, that's really all I have to say about the subject. This is more of a stay tuned. We'll have more to talk about in the future. No matter what, I think it's going to be really interesting. So, we'll see. Anyway, like I said, it's Monday night. I'll post this tomorrow. I got some other stuff I got to work on. I'm fixing to sit down and finally finish my notes on Forrest Gump, so that Wednesday, Tyler and I can do our review for YouTube. So, and do not forget, before I get off here, we made a couple announcements today already about it, but since this is going out tomorrow and you're listening to it today, as in it's Tuesday now when you're listening to it, isn't time travel fun? Remember, when you watch the video on YouTube, you have to watch it. You have to watch it, man. I know you guys watch it, but I'm saying you have to really watch it, because for only a few seconds, the password's going to blip somewhere in the footage. And you have to send a screenshot of you being subscribed to our channel along with the password for your chance to win a free t-shirt. So that's all I gotta say about that. I'm fixing to get back to work before I go to bed. I love you guys. Y'all be safe. I'll talk to you later. Thor's the man. Bye.